Sack up in our drawers. Real shit, do or die, we gon' risk it all. Driving like a stolen cat, we gon' bust the law. I'm a little day, and I'm about them all. Rob who, take what, huh? Bust them all. This real shit, do or die, he won't catch them all. Trigger happy, catch him lacking, he won't get one off. Pack of wolves, gotta feed him, but I'm the biggest dog, got a Big Mac.
What's up, gang? Smoke Flare 392. We outside on a beautiful day. We out here at Delco Park. Today's video, I feel like it's been kind of overdue, but I'm gonna give it to y'all finally. I'm just gonna do a review on the G8. I have had it since May. So we got what? May, June, July, August, September. So I've had it about 4 months now. So we basically just gonna do a 4-month review on the Pontiac G8. Now, mind you, if you know me, you know I came from driving Hemis, 392s. So this car is, I'm not gonna say a big difference coming from those type of cars like the Mopars and shit. Not a huge difference, but there's a lot about this car that sets it apart, and you know, it's kind of some of the reasons that I really love this car. We'll just start off with the exterior of the car, I guess. When I was looking for this car, or just looking for a G8 in general, I did have a few colors in mind, and I wasn't really super color specific, but I wanted either a black one, a silver one. Third place, I would have took a red one, and then you had the dark gray one. I don't know the exact names of the colors on these, but those were the color choices that I was looking at. And I mean, honestly, at the time, I was really open to any color. Those are just some colors that, you know, if I found a car in them colors, they kind of stood out. Another main feature, or just something exterior, interior wise, you could say that I needed was a sunroof. That's just one feature I wasn't going to go without. Probably my last 5 or 6 cars have had sunroofs, and I mean, it's not, I ain't gonna say it's a personal necessity, but I mean, when you get a car that's fully loaded and it's featured out, you kind of want, you know, that one feature. You know, you want a sunroof, you want to be able to pop it back and enjoy the sun on good days. So I mean, that's, you know, one of the main features I feel like I really needed. It does got the quad tips. It is debadged, so you just got a GT badge, and the previous owner put that on there. I didn't put that on there. Another thing exterior wise that I really like about these cars on the outside is the front end. The front end on these just looks super aggressive, and it doesn't look like anything that you really see outside or in traffic a lot. That natural wide body from the factory, how they pan that out, that actually was a very nice touch to these vehicles, I would say. Definitely got to get some more wheels for this thing just to fill out that little wheel gap. I'm pretty sure y'all can see it. It's horrible in the rear, but that's, you know, a story for another day. Performance wise, this car is, I ain't gonna say it ain't fast, and I ain't gonna say it ain't slow. I won't say it is fast, and I won't say it is slow. It's kind of in between car. 6 liter L76, so it's basically, if I can get the hood up, so this car is basically a LS2 with LS3 top end. L76, so kind of best of both worlds. 6 liter, I believe they put down like 360 to the crank, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, if you if you put that to the wheel, it's probably like in between like 330, 340 to the wheel, which ain't bad. It ain't bad, considering it's a 6-speed. So I mean, coming from the Mopar world, I mean, that puts you right in between a 5.7 and a 392. So I can still ride with 392s. I'm not beating those. I mean, this car is stock, bone stock. The only thing that was done to this car is a muffler delete and a mid resonator delete. There is still a set of resonators on here. I'm gonna take them off soon. Still have the stock air box, which eventually I want a cold air intake, but I honestly feel like I could still get the same gains, if not better, by just slicing that and putting a 90 degree right here and putting some couplers on there and tying that together. We're gonna pop in the interior, close this damn hood. Interior wise, when I got this car, that rip in the middle was not there. I actually did that jumping in the passenger seat, and I threw my knee down and popped it right open. When it first happened, it was probably about that wide, but it stretched over time. This leather is super hard. I don't know if y'all can see, that shit's thick as hell. It's hard as hell. Sitting in the sun, you know, makes that shit kind of deteriorate. These rips were there already. It kind of, you know, started to stretch a little bit. Not too worried. Eventually I am going to get this whole seat either replaced or reupholstered. Not a big deal. Not the cleanest on the inside. Pretty basic. It's a 2008, so you shouldn't really expect too much from the interior of a 2008 vehicle. Once again, if you know me, you know I'm coming from, don't mind my tools and shit in the back. If you know me, you know I'm coming from Challengers, which I've had 5 of them. Back doors don't exist on those things, so it is nice having, you know, some space in the back seat. And I'll go on the other side just so y'all can kind of get a idea. And I ride with my seat back pretty far. So I'm 6'1", my seat back all the way. Not, I ain't gonna say all the way, but it's probably damn near back all the way. So if you're sitting behind me, this is pretty much your view. I mean, you open your legs, you got a little bit of space. I'm 6'1", so I got some headroom back here, you know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, I ain't hurting for space. We'll stop there. We'll go straight to the next thing. These damn headliners. Anybody with a G8 know about these headliners, and I'm pretty sure people that don't have G8s know. But over time, I guess with heat and just wear and drive, these things start to sag. Mine is definitely sagging. I mean, to the point to where when I'm driving, you can see the whole thing just waving, sagging up there in the front. Definitely gonna get that redone eventually, you know. And yeah. We'll see from the driver's cockpit. It's not the cleanest, but this is my view in the car. You can see sunroof. When I very first got this car, I didn't know it had sport mode, which it does. Found that out probably like a month after having it, maybe not even a month. But found out it does have sport mode, so that's always a bonus when you buy one of these types of cars, is you want it to have that little button that you can press. Well, it's not a button on here, but it's on the shifter, but you get the idea. So enough about all of that. I guess I'm gonna just jump in this thing and give y'all I guess just a little POV driving it and just go over some drivability things. We're gonna take this little POV drive, you know what I'm saying? And I'm out here in Kettering, so I can't really do too much, but we gonna do a little something. So yeah, like these cars coming from like a 392, they're not as torquey. I mean, I think they got like 370 foot-pounds of torque, which ain't bad. it's not bad for this car by any means, but torque converter could definitely be a little better. I said a camshaft could be a little better. The throttle response is there in these cars. It's just slight delay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to just floor it from zero, just floor it, it'll kind of lag a little bit. But yeah, I mean, coming from a 392, I mean, it's not a direct comparison in like power and performance, but it's close. You know, it's similar. You know, it's not as punchy as the Challengers or the Chargers or 300s, any 392 in that matter. They're not as punchy down low. It's really, I mean, factory, these are really like top end vehicles. I mean, you really get your best performance, I'd say, I mean, once you start to get to the top end. I'm not saying that the bottom end isn't good in these cars. It's just enough, you know, the top end is a little more powerful for these things, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it handles well. I mean, it's not as heavy as a Mopar, because I mean, all of the Mopars are boats. I'm not saying this isn't a boat, but it's like a few 100 pounds lighter, which, I mean, I don't think it makes that big of a difference, but you know, probably one of the smoothest cars I probably owned in a long time, honestly. And when I say smooth, I'm not talking about the power it's delivering. I'm just talking about the driving experience that you get. For right now, like I said, my car is not too loud. You know, it's not too punchy. It's not obnoxious yet. So the experience that you get, you know, it's kind of, you know, what you make out of it. You know, I like to slide, so if you ask me how this car does as a slide car, I mean, this is probably a better slide car than a Scat to me. If you ask me, if you had to put me in a sliding competition or something to where, you know, it mattered, I would take the G8 stock over a stock Scat. Sliding, racing, I don't really do too much racing, but stock for stock sliding, I'm taking this G8 over any Scat any day. I might throw some clips of me doing some donuts. I might just do some donuts for this video. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna turn the camera off and y'all just have to see. All right, so we back, and I think I'm gonna give y'all some donuts. We're gonna bust these things out real quick, you hear me? Traction already off. Manual. Like, just driving around, like, with these cars, I mean, they're not the fastest cars, I ain't gonna hold y'all. It ain't the fastest, you know what I'm saying? But they could have put some Brembos on these from the factory. That's just me. I feel like from the factory, they should have put some 4-piston Brembos, at least on the front. Now, they did with the GXPs, but I feel like these needed them too. Granted, like I said, ain't the fastest. These things should have came with Brembos. The brakes ain't bad though. They ain't like no regular basic, you know what I'm saying, like stock brakes. I would assume they're not the same brakes as the G6, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. So that's it for this video. I hope y'all liked it. I know it was really just me doing a lot of rambling and just giving just random thoughts, but that's pretty much just my take on the G8. Like I said, I've had it for close to 5 months now, so that time frame's giving me, you know, a decent amount of time to figure out what I like, what I don't like, what I want to change, which I've got a mod list already for the G8, and it's not a cosmetic mod list. So the mod list I have, I'm not gonna give it to y'all. My hand's dirty. I just got done working on the car. So yeah, not my car, but a car. The neighbor's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video off like that. Hope y'all liked it. Make sure y'all leave a like, a comment, or a subscribe. If you fuck with the video, please just subscribe anyway, just because you here. If you made it this far, you might as well. And yeah, we're gonna end it like that. Smoke Flare 392.
We gon' risk it all. Driving